Hey everybody, we're doing another Brutal Space battle report today, and today I'm using my Kinematic, which are the robot faction in Brutal Space. These are my custom ships made of GW bases and HeroClix, and there's the leader over there that's also a carrier, versus my newly finished Commonwealth ships. And right here, we have a double range, basic range. Here we have two double assassins, 2 modules each, double assassin, which could be 4 wound chart rolls when they get in base contact. That's terrifying. Then we also have a breacher, an icon, and a basic ranged for that. And he's going to be summoning little things out of that port up top there, little ships. Meanwhile, this is what the Commonwealth list is he's the leader, and he's got 2 marksman modules, and then also a heavy ranged module. He's a blaster module. He is a master and a beast module. He is a fighter module, and I'm gonna have to look up what he is. I think he's a fanatic. Yeah, I just checked him. He is a fanatic. So you see he's got like shields up front. He's going to be able to give protect to other people and whatnot. So essentially what the gist of this is, it's the first mission. They're coming to get you, or whatever it's called, in the AI missions. I'm going to be using all of the solo AI event charts. We rolled, I think it's called Frenzied, where the enemies for the first turn reroll melee hits of 9 and 10. So they're rerolling their missed hits. Currently, we have 3 little escape pods right here, and those are going to be the objectives, and they are going to be what we're after. We're trying to score and get information off of them. The Kinematic rolled for the behavioral tables like you should for that mission. So this guy hates assault, which is him right there. These 2 hate ranged modules, which would be all 3 of him and him. And then this guy over here hates fast modules. So they're going to get 3 points for their selected modules that they absolutely hate. So let's see how this goes. Alright, they won the roll-off. So the Kinematic ship first gave itself Protect. You can see under there. I'm using the white token to mark that it's activated. And it summoned a little teeny ship right there that is going to be searching that. Then he charged in with his breacher and assault module. By the way, I said he had a basic range, but he's actually basic assault, in addition to breacher and icon. And rerolling all of his hits, got rear arc, everything, and really put a hurting on my poor fast ship here. It's got chain reaction, and one of its modules is down to 1 hit point, and then the other one's down to 2. And it did nothing in exchange, because this ship had a save of 8 with a breacher and protect and +1 and it's just crazy. So we barely survived without actually losing a module. Then I activated my capital ship. I know that these 2 are going to score a ton of points if they kill any of my modules here. So I fired one of my marksman modules into him, and dealt 2 damage. I got a critical on the wound chart, or the damage chart. And so one of his modules is almost destroyed. And then my heavy ranged and my other marksman to him, I was able to destroy one of his modules. And that's what's going on so far. Alright, this is the end of turn 1. Fast forwarding a little bit to keep this video going. He accomplished his mission of destroying the CS Kira. So he wanted to destroy an assault module, and he did. That's 3 victory points. And they came over here. Both of them wanted to charge and destroy ranged modules. You'll see that they did a total of 12, an incredible number of 12 burning tokens on the CS Cisco. So they didn't do a whole lot of damage, just 1 damage per module on there. So he actually tanked it pretty well, but being double assassins and having the aggressive ability where they do a wound chart roll on the completion of a charge, that really helped. So that's potentially 12 damage. That would destroy the ship if I rolled a bunch of 10s and 1s. He didn't do a whole lot back to them. They each lost like a hit point. The CS Phlox right here, my shield ship, it is a fanatic, so it was able to heal 2 hit points off of the master module that was on the CS Archer, and then gave a time slip to both of them and a protect to both of them, and one of the protects went to him. In the meantime, he came over here and charged the little ship that the carrier had put out and destroyed it with no issue. That's not a victory point, but he was able to scan that little escape pod, and that was a victory point. So currently, I am 2 points to their 4 points. And I don't recall if I mentioned this or not, but he came behind him and gave him a sensors down and damaged the icon module. So that is the end of turn 1. We were able to activate first, so he moves up just slightly, aims and shoots into the back of them, dealing 2 more damage into the icon. The icon on that is just 1 hit point left. Then he moves up, activates the objective, score a point, and then fires into the CS Phlox, dealing 1 damage, not much else. The fight skill was lowered. And then I decided to activate this with the 12 burning tokens on it. I just rolled them, and I need 1s and 10s, and I only got a single 1. That is really not statistical, but it's fantastic for the CS Cisco. This is the end of turn 2, and boy was this eventful. So you saw that he only took 1 damage out of 12 burning tokens. There was an double assassin, and my support person here. During this turn, my support ship, the CS Phlox, exploded with a critical fail. It actually didn't explode, but it was destroyed with a critical fail. And he was able to destroy the 1 assassin and then also put 2 damage on him and gave him a sensors down on one of his modules. The other assassin came back around, dealt him 6 burning tokens, which is quite a bit, and was able to do 2 damage to him, but was not able to destroy any of his modules yet, I don't think. No. Oh yeah, actually the marksman was destroyed. One of the marksmen were destroyed. But anyway, that scored them 3 more victory points, so it's currently 6-9. He turned around and scored that objective and then charged in because he's much faster and much more agile than that one is. And this is going after him, and he didn't want to let the enemy have all of those extra attacks and everything. So he was actually able to do some damage to the basic assault module on there. So this enemy right now has a single wound left on an icon, 3 on the breacher, and 1 on the basic assault. So this has been very, very interesting. And by the way, when he destroyed the assault module here, the assassin, it actually did explode and dealt a damage to him, unsavable, a damage to the other assassin, unsavable, and damage to the CS Phlox, which then when the CS Phlox activated, that's when he critically failed and blew up. So this is really, really interesting. It's 6-9. It's very close still. Another insane turn, turn 3. It ends with 11-8 in turn 3. What ends up happening is he moves and runs up, terribly injures the ranged ship that was here. He turns around, gets a damage from the burning tokens. He had 6 on him. He finishes off this guy. They end up getting 2 points for that. And he charges from behind. The fast was right here previously. He charges from behind, deals a bunch of damage to the fast. I think he's only got one hit point per module now. He did collide with the rock, which was kind of funny. And but before he launched the little ship right there, and that actually captured an objective for them. And that's basically what happened this turn. We've got one last turn. It's currently 8-11. If we're super lucky, we might be able to pull this off. I don't know if it's possible or not. Alright, this is the very bottom of turn 4. Right now, the score is 10-12. Once he put a ton of stress on his ship, he destroyed the summoned from the big ship right here that charged him. He was too close to actually activate the objective, so he charged the fast and destroyed 1 module of it. And then this guy did a bunch of free actions, took a bunch of stress, passed the stress check, got us another point. So we're at 10-12. The only way for us to tie up this game is for this little guy. He was right here. He moved all the way around, made a U-turn. This is the benefit of only one module ships. He's a blaster. He's going... I gave him 2 stress to free action aim. And now we're going to see if we can take the last remaining, I think 2 hit points. 2 hit points off the breacher. So, I need 7s. I have point blank. So that, I need 7 ups. I have point blank, which makes it 6 up. I've got 180 degree, which makes it a 5 up. And then I aimed, which makes it a 3 up. So, 2 3 ups. What did I get here? Double 8s. Alright. Now, at this range, I'm giving him -3 to his save, making his save a 3. Saved 1, failed 1. Okay. So he's down to 1 hit point now, and now I get +1 to my wound chart roll. An 8 becomes a 9. A 9 on that becomes a chain reaction token, which is all fine and well, except it did not kill him, and this is the last activation of that entire game. So if we had one more turn, he would have lost his final hit point. We would have scored 2 points and tied the game, but unfortunately, our little blaster ship right here just could not pull it off. That's sad. This was a tough game. It really was. And the idea that the AI scores 3 points if they kill the appropriate modules makes it way more balanced and way more of a challenge than if it were just 1 for 1. If it were 1 for 1, we would have won now, because they would have only scored 2 objectives and destroyed 2 units, 3 units, 4 units, 5 units. So right now we'd be winning 10-7 if it weren't for the extra victory points for the AI. And that's the purpose for scoring the AI much more generously than the players, that you have a challenge and you are an uphill battle. Morally, you see all that dead over there. Our support and our fighter, they're double basic ranged. They're double assassin. They're double assassin. His basic melee is destroyed. His icon is destroyed. His breacher's only at 1. Oh, you know what? We can do one last thing. I'm going to put another stress on us, putting us to 4 stress, and now I'm going to charge into him and do one last Hail Mary. He's better than us, but it doesn't matter. So we're going to charge. A critical 10! Okay, this little ship wants it so bad. Let's see what our crushing wound chart roll is for the critical 10. It's a 5. Let me see what that is. -2 tech, so that's really not helpful in this situation. I'm not even going to write it down because the game's over. But now, I get to fight, and my blaster's fight skill is only a 4. That's awful. Okay, I've got a critical, and you know what? It's the end of the game. I'm going to stress that. Okay, 3 hits on him, and he's at stress 5 now. 3 hits. The breacher is a 6. Can we get one of these to fail? A save, and a save. Oh my gosh. That is a shame. And now the breacher fights back. With 1 hit, he's going to stress it. Why not? 2 hits. My little blaster has a save of 5. He critically saved it. So nothing happened from that combat. Man, I wanted to kill that so bad. But this little blaster was the MVP. When he had a time slip and a protect and all this, a save of 8 total, this little guy did so much damage to him, and a lot of... I think the blaster oftentimes is overlooked, but this little ship that's essentially just a cannon, it kicked butt. It really did this game. This guy, double marksman and a heavy, also did a lot of damage, and he kicked... Actually, everybody did pretty darn well, except for poor the CS Kira here. He died on the very first turn and did nothing. But other than that, so this was a very fun game. And it was 12-2 in favor of the Kinematic. Thanks for watching.